All right, I wanted to walk you through the process that I did to create those window coverings. The first thing you have to do is you have to, the first thing I did was create insulation. All right, so I used this like foam kind of air bubble insulation. I just got at Home Depot, fairly cheap. I think it was like 20 bucks, something like that. And I wanted those to be the same as the shape of the window so that I could have insulation as I put up the window covering, as I Velcro the window covering into the window well. So the first thing you have to do is trace it. I guess the thing that I did that seemed the easiest was created just a cardboard cutout for the majority of it. So you can kind of see the bulk of the cardboard. And then I added just pieces of paper kind of to the end that I could then like trace a line around. As I stuffed it into the window well, then I could kind of trace the line and then cut it out. Stick this in there again, make sure that it fits well. Throw this on top of the insulation, trace that, cut it out. You get the idea. Okay, so that's the first part. Then what I did is had two types of fabric. I had a black fabric that I want towards the window. My windows are tinted, and I wanted that to just look blacked out. But I didn't want any sort of shine. I noticed when I had just the insulation in there, when light came in, it would reflect back and you could actually see the reflection. So I wanted to make sure to go with a dark fabric to make sure that you don't see anything in the window. It just looks like it's tinted really dark. So I went with a black fabric on that outside part. So I laid down the insulation on the black fabric, gave myself 4 inches or so on the sides to make sure that I had enough room as I cut that out. And then I added a backing. It's, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's kind of this stiff fabric that you can iron into the fabric, and you can kind of see if you can see it. You can kind of see the lines here. Right here, where the backing is. Hopefully you can see that. And so I just kind of outlined the window shape in that backing to give it a little bit of rigidity. And I ironed that into the black fabric first. Trace it out, cut it, cut little pieces to frame it, and then I ironed that into the fabric. So then I have my fabric and my insulation. I'm sorry I can't show you this, but I thought about it too late. We were busy making the windows. We use spray glue, just some 3M spray glue. Again, you can get it at Home Depot. Spray both sides, spray the fabric, spray the insulation. It helps if you have 2 people to help you. I did. And then we, stuck those together. And so then we had the black fabric, and then we had our patterned fabric that we were putting on the other side. Same thing, we spray the back of this fabric, we sprayed the insulation piece. 2 people, stretched it out, made sure it was tight, and then pressed it down and glued it. And so then we had the 2 pieces of fabric with excess, around. And we would cut that to the shape of the window, leaving about, it was about probably 1.5 inches on the bigger windows. And on these rear windows, it's only about, a finger width, as you can see. So about a 1/2 inch or so. And that seemed to fit perfect in those window wells, and it basically seals up the window wells. Some things I learned from doing that: use plenty of glue so that it doesn't come off. You don't get bubbles later. It's great to have 2 people to pull that fabric tight and lay it and kind of roll it into the insulation, so you don't get any wrinkles. And then after we did that and cut it out, checked the size, then we added this kind of finishing touches here. And I'll show you a little bit more of that process, but gosh, it's hard to see this on that, but just sewing in this backing. It's single fold. I think it's 3/4 inch wide, so we could put it on the front in the back. And then after we did that, we sized it up, put the Velcro spots on, and then sewed those in to the window. That's it. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section. I will gladly answer them. Happy to help out anybody that's doing this project, and lend ideas and lend my experience. So good luck, and we'll see you on the road.